Hi everyone, welcome to this short video where you will discover the difference between optimized, responsive and mobile friendly. I'm sure some of you have heard that term being bandied around, especially in today's mobile technology world. But out of those three, only one will give your consumer what they demand. So in this webinar, you're going to learn quickly and simply, with no hype and no BS, what it all means. You'll also finally get to understand what all those words that your web developers, your designers, your gurus, or your friend who's building your website for you tells you all about, but you're not quite sure what they mean. But because they're a friend or a guru, you trust in what they're saying. So this webinar will give you the info so that you can tell them what you really need to make sure your business is able to cash in on the power of mobile technology, rather than waste money on advertising that doesn't work anymore and then wonder why you're losing money. So this webinar is for you if you run any sort of business. Now that's whether you're a sole trader, a small business, and according to the ABS, that is up to 20 employees, or a large business. You need this information so that you can get on top of your advertising and start getting a return on your investment. This webinar is for you if you have spent money on advertising. Look, I've done the flyers, the letterbox dropsies, email campaigns, Facebook adverts, newspaper ads, radio ads, TV ads, all the ads you can think of. I've had thousands of dollars at all of them and have never been satisfied with the return on investment. Now, all those medias I've just mentioned are rapidly becoming obsolete. Advertising has changed extensively, especially in the past year, and part of that change is due to Google and mobile technology. So this webinar is for you if your customer base is not growing. And the reason it's not growing is because people are looking for you in a totally different way than they used to. And if your social media is not mobile friendly and giving them what they want, they're off to your competitor who's got their act together. So this webinar is for you if you're not selling enough products. And basically, again, that's because your advertising is not correct. Or you just want to be able to make an informed decision. And at the end of this webinar, you will know what you need to do to start leveraging the power of the mobile to take your business to Google's page 1. Hi, my name's Phil Denbon, and I'm also known as the mobile marketing guy. I never finished high school because even back then, I wanted to get out in the world and experience things. And as far as I was concerned, as long as I could write well, was able to do a simple bit of maths, that was enough for me. I wanted adventure in my life. So doing some boring, repetitive job didn't work. So I joined the Royal Navy and had 13 great years with them. I explored the world, got to try lots of different and exciting things, and even had a shot at war. Fun times. However, after 13 years, even that began to get boring. So in looking for a new challenge, my family and I emigrated to Australia, arriving on January the 1st, 1985. 3 New Years spent in the air, by the way, and not one of them celebrated. Do not fly Olympic Airlines, anybody. If there's anybody out there who works for Olympic Airlines, great airline. I spent 4 years in Sydney trying the JOB thing, just above broke, when I was invited to visit Darwin, and I fell in love at first sight. It was a land of adventure, new frontiers, new challenges. And this is when I began to work for myself and discovered the joys of trying to build a business. Even back then, I realised that great customer service was vital, but not many businesses were or still are providing it. And trying to get a good return on my advertising dollar was almost impossible, due mainly to so many called gurus all giving me different information. It drove me insane. So it was during this time that I realised if I wanted to do something, I had to do the research. I had to get the info. So I knew what to tell these experts, what I wanted, not what they thought I should do. So this is where I discovered the internet. I had found many business owners in the same predicament as me. Everyone trying to tell us what's best for us. God, it's driving me nuts. And it was here I decided that I needed to help people get the right information for them. So I started going to seminars and workshops around Australia, overseas, and about 5 years ago I attended a workshop on mobile technology for business. Man, that was so powerful. I did a lot of research after that workshop and discovered that not many business owners realised how powerful this technology was back then and is even more so now. So I've made it my mission to put that info out there so that people can make an informed decision based on their knowledge and not be fooled into wasting lots of money on something that you either don't need or isn't right for your business. So that's what led me to this presentation. And I want to give you all the info you need so that you can decide what's needed for your business. So let's get on with it. Google, God bless them, is continually moving the goalposts. In April of this year, in case you didn't know, Google released its new search algorithm. We won't go into the technical side of that for those of you who don't know. Basically, it's a program. And in the first step of an ongoing process to give the mobile phone user an awesome, and that's their word, not mine, an awesome experience every time they do an online search using a mobile device. What this means is the old way of getting your website ranked on page 1 is now gone. Paying a company huge amounts to do your SEOing for your business is now a waste of time and money. Please hear that if you hear nothing else. We all talk Google. There are others, but Google currently has 67% of all searches done on mobile devices, and that's growing. Just recently, they purchased their 180th company worldwide that is social media or mobile related. So when Google search engines go looking now, they check every page of your website. They're looking for key phrases now, not just keywords. Keywords are gone. It's now key phrases. They search Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, blogs, articles, YouTube, etc., etc. And you have to have every one of those current and mobile friendly. And as they continue to tweak and change their program and criteria, it is vitally important to any business that they are mobile friendly across all areas. Otherwise, you will slowly drop down the rankings. I've already had a friend who's dropped on page 2, and we all know that if you're not on page 1, you don't exist. So look, let's try this now. A little bit of crowd participation required here. Get out your mobile phones. And I know you've all got them there because a survey by Google last year revealed that the mobile phone is never more than 3 foot away from us on average at any given time. So it tells you where we take it. Right? So get out your mobile phone. Go to your browser, whatever that may be. Once you've got your browser, tap in your business website. The URL of your business website, tacticalbusinesssolutions.com.au. So tap in your website URL, and hopefully providing Telstra or whoever you're with is being good to you tonight. That should be coming up fairly shortly. If it's not, you need a mobile website. What does it look like? Have a good look at it. Scroll around the pages, and as you're looking at it, listen to what Google says you must have to be picked up by their new search algorithm. So this is from Google's webmaster blog. What is mobile friendly? There are actually hundreds of criteria, but if you get the main ones, you are way ahead of anybody else. Now they mentioned Flash there. Flash is a plugin that allows web developers to import artwork, create animation, special effects for your desktop website, so it all looks wonderful. But it's not compatible with mobile devices. It can sometimes take a very long time for a page to load, and they might not load completely, and sometimes they won't even load at all. So currently, you will get an awesome from Google if your website is responsive. But as Google continues to improve their system, responsive won't be enough because it cannot give the consumer what they demand. So let's look at the differences between optimized, responsive, and adaptive, otherwise known as mobile friendly. So optimized. Sadly, this is what most businesses are doing because they're told this is what they need to do. They get a website that is optimized. So basically, the whole desktop website is scrunched down onto whatever mobile device you're using. So the complete homepage is squashed onto the screen. It's completely unreadable. You've got to squeeze and pinch to navigate. There is no option to call. Remember that one. There is no option to call. It's hard to get a location. Remember that one as well. Difficult to find a contact page. The list just goes on and on. Google have already started to punish sites that look like this on a mobile. What's yours looking like right now as you look at it? This is what you don't need. So responsive. This is what most web developers, designers, friends who are building your site and are telling you it's all you need do. Now that was okay when Google first moved the goalposts, but now they've moved them again. And responsive isn't good enough anymore. It's not giving the consumer what they demand. And that is Google's goal. So this is a responsive site. As you can see, you can read it and you can put images on there. But if you've got a big or a busy home page or any of your web pages, what happens is when you come, and I'm sure you've all experienced this, when you come to a responsive site, you scroll down as you're reading and you've got to keep scrolling, and sometimes it feels like you're scrolling to the other end of the planet because there's just so much information on there. And you still can't find an easy way to call them or connect with them. So that's responsive, but this is not what the consumer is demanding. Adaptive, mobile friendly. This is what the consumer demands. It's quick and easy to load, easy to read, large contact button there, see, call me, email me. Social media buttons, nice and large, people with big fingers, people who have a disability of some kind. This is all for them. This is what the consumer is demanding. And with this particular mobile website, we created a system where where people can book with the lady by just clicking on that button there, and it takes them to a booking system, which is responsive. So she is getting people booking without even having to call her, and her customers are loving it. So that is an adaptive, mobile-friendly website. So a Google survey revealed the top 3 things that the consumer demands. Easy to read and navigate, large link buttons, and a one-tap call button. Now remember, we're using mobile phones here, so we're tapping, we're not clicking, we're not on computers anymore, we're tapping. We all know what that is. So speed. This to me is the most important thing. We are all short of time, we're all lazy. We don't want to wait around for something. And according to Google, you have between 4 and 7 seconds to catch somebody's attention, otherwise they're off somewhere else. And they're going to your competitor who's got their act together, who's organised their mobile site. And people go there because they're getting what they're given. So let me just, I'm going to do something here that I don't do very often. I'm actually going to I really want you to get what I'm doing here, what this is all about. So I'm going to take you to a mobile site and I'm going to tap in M dot, it's not WW dot, and we'll go to this lady here, so it's the one you just looked at, and hopefully Telstra will support me and bring up her site in the not too distant future. There we go. All right, so as you can see, you can look at it on Android, Windows Phone, or a BlackBerry. It just gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. I'm an iPhone person. So this is, the lady's name is Adrian. This is her site. Very simple, loads very quickly. As you can see, her logo, some images, call me button, email me button. Click on that, and hopefully within less than 4 seconds, About comes up. Picture of Adrian, nice and easy, still book me, book now, call me. Social media buttons at the bottom. All very simple, all very quick and easy. Click back, click on services. Loading quickly. Nice and simple. Pictures, bit of text. You can also put videos in here as well. Little YouTube videos, 1-2 minutes long, to talk about your subject.
Hello.
All right. Very simple, very easy. This is what the consumers are demanding. Contact me. Email, leave a message, and also a map. Find out where they are. Once they've contacted you, they can come and find you on a map. Very simple, very easy, very quick to load. And you can do this on your own laptop or computer, by the way. Just go in and tap in. If you know anybody who's got a mobile device, just m.whatever, and you'll be able to see. This is what people want, quick and simple for mobile. They don't need tons of information. They do big research at home on their laptop or their desktop. Mobile is what it says. It's mobile. People are out and about and they're doing something and they want that information now. They don't want to read reams and reams and reams of stuff. They want quick information and be able to contact you. All right, there's a little bit of off track there. Let's take it back to so once again, Google. They say a mobile experience pays off twice. Users are more likely to be active on this visit and more likely to return if they have a good experience. But the same applies if they get a bad experience. They're not going to come back and they're not going to recommend you. So a company that wants to attract more users simply must have a mobile-friendly site. This is the technology the consumers want. If they don't get it, they go elsewhere. And guess where they're going? Off to your competitor. This is Google's own words. Google has not only clearly indicated its desire for businesses to have mobile websites, but they are telling us exactly what is needed so as to be found by the new algorithm. Websites, and pay attention to this, websites fashioned for desktops do not deliver a good user experience when accessed on a smartphone. Google intends to prevent further user frustration by providing consumers with a superior internet experience. Due to this, more and more business enterprises will have to move in the direction of mobile website design unless they want to fall behind their competition. And remember, Google has 67% of all searches done on mobile devices, and that's only going to grow. So what works for them is going to work for your business as well. So here's Adrian, the lady's site we've just looked at. She moved from interstate, struggled to build a new client base. With her mobile website, she was able to, in 6 months, increase her client base by 25%. And with the addition of the booking system, she's at the point now where she's turning clients away. She's having to book them weeks in advance now. Wouldn't you like that for your business? Elaine, retired lady, looks after people who are suffering from PSD. So we're talking a lot of elderly folks who have trouble using mobile phones. So the addition of a mobile website specifically for her clients now enables them to connect with Elaine very easily. So she's really loving it as well. And a young fella here started his own business, doing the old flyer drops, letterbox drops, knocking on doors, just wasn't getting anybody coming back. So we tweaked his website a little bit and given him a mobile website. And now he's already noticed in a couple of months that he's had it, he's getting repeat business and his phone calls have increased as well. He loves the technology. But because people don't know about all this, they rely on the experts that give them the right information. But sadly, most experts don't do the research on what Google and the consumer are demanding. Don't forget the consumer, very important person. Most experts believe that responsive or optimized is enough. Mobile phone searches want information instantly. Why is that? Because they want to buy right now. How many times have you been out and about and you've remembered you needed something? You look up the nearest location on your phone, and if you can't navigate it easily, you give up and go home. I've done it many times. Are you giving your customers what they want? Another Google survey. Look at these numbers here. 51% don't like having to pinch and zoom. 42% don't like button links that are too small. 38% hate it when the page takes a long time to load. And 38% want to be able to enter information easily. Just imagine how many possible sales you are losing by not ensuring that your business is mobile friendly. Oh, there we go. Google, 68%. I said 67, it's actually 68% of users find mobile sites through a search engine. But if they don't get what they want, 75% of mobile searchers say they're likely to go back to search and look elsewhere. But the biggest is 3 times are more likely to abandon the task altogether. So that's that amount of people giving up and somebody's missed out on a sale. If you were mobile friendly, you could get that. People will share on social media if they have a good experience. Are they getting it from you? Now, we all know social media is today's word of mouth, multiplied 1,000-fold. How many people can one person reach with a one good post about an experience or a service or something they've had in your store, your shop, from your service, whatever? But how much money are you losing if it's a bad post? Just imagine that for a while. Are people recommending your mobile website? Does it give people a great experience that they want to share with their friends on Facebook? As I mentioned, social media is today's word of mouth. And how much money are you losing because you don't have a mobile-friendly website that people can easily share with others? Your biggest competition is not your competitor. Please don't forget your competitor. He or she is out there and you've got to keep an eye on them, see what they're doing, so you can compete with them. But your biggest competitor is your consumer's time. We are all time poor. We all want things instantly. We want it now. We don't want to have to wait. That's why it's vital that the speed of your mobile site is fast, 4 to 7 seconds. So are you getting your slice of the pie? Now people ask, can I do this another way? Look, of course you can. Yes, you can pay for an offshore company to create one for you. I had a friend who did that. He lost 1.5 million in 3 days when his overseas site went down. Yes, he's got a big company and sells lots of products. But the thing was, it went down on a weekend, and for 3 days he couldn't contact anybody. With this product I'm showing you now, we live in Australia. We can fix it very quickly for you. You could try one of the many free platforms out there, but there are a lot of things that come with free platforms. A lot of them you get adverts popping up. You've got to do the work to build it, and believe me, they're not as simple as they make out to be. I have tried them. I have done the Weebly and all these other things, and yes, they do make you a site, but they're not going to get you to page 1 on Google. You have to use their templates, which means it's not original. Anyone can have the same as you are. We custom design. So people also say, shouldn't we get an app? Look, everyone thinks app. Why? Anybody answer that? Okay, I'll answer it for you. Because it's like the hip everyday word that people talk about. You see it in advertising, it's on television shows, download our app and do this, download our app and win this, and download our app and do this, etc., etc. Look, I've done a bit of research. You can go and do your own. If you look down the bottom there, you'll see idea2appster.com. That's where I got my information from. A bare bones app is going to cost you between $1,500 and $5,000. A decent app costs around $10,000. To give value, and I am a believer in giving value. Customer service is what I give people. You're going to have to pay around $30,000 plus to give value to your customers. On average, it takes 12 weeks to build an app. Plus, every month you're going to have to fork out $200 for support, $200 or more. But the biggest and most important thing, or one of the most important things, is that you need an app for each style of smartphone. So if you've got an iPad, you've got an iPhone, you need an app for that. If you've got a Samsung, you need an app for that. If you've got all those others, you need apps for each one. Look, don't get me wrong. Apps are great used correctly. Apps, the definition of an app is apps are for engagement, not so people can find you. And it might be very tempting just to jump into building a mobile app for your business because everybody else has got one and you think it's the right thing to do. My suggestion is to wait. Build your business until you have enough money that you can use an app to engage with your database that you've already got. When you first start out, financial and time investment involved, it's probably not a smart idea to do it. All right, this is my opinion. All right, so consider whether or not an app is the right thing for your business. But let me ask you a question. I'll go back to that. Let me ask you the question first. If you were out and about and suddenly remembered that you needed to get some gluten-free pasta, and I say that because my wife is a health nut, but had no idea where to get it, what do? You get out your phone, you go to your phone's browser, which is probably Google, and you tap in gluten-free pasta. Then your browser, be it Google, Safari, Firefox, whatever, sends out its little spiders to go and get you an answer. So where do those spiders go? They go look at websites, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, yada, 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 all those. They look at articles, they look at your everything. They just look at everything. And the spiders collate all the info they get and decide which one best suits the search for a mobile, and then they list the results in descending order. So can you now see how vital it is that your business is mobile friendly across all media? But one thing the spiders don't do, they do not search phone app stores. They don't go there, they don't look in there. So regardless of how much you pay for an app, it will not be found when somebody is looking for information about your business through a search engine on their mobile. And remember, that's how 67 or 68% of searches are done. So what I'd like to quickly do is introduce you to Tactical Business Solutions. It's a Google-approved platform that guarantees compatibility with all smartphones. It gives you a home page that is easy to navigate, quick to load, and provides links a little bit about your business, whatever it is you want to do. This is what the consumer demands. Fast loading pages, easy to read, easy links. Easy to read screens. There's the screen we looked at of Adrian's before. You cannot say that is not easy to read. If you don't have this, this is what the consumer is demanding. If you don't have this, and your competitor does, people are going to go away from your page and they're going to go to your competitor. You need that to load in 4 to 7 seconds, otherwise people are off somewhere else, and that is what a mobile-friendly web design will do for you. Large call buttons. Even me with my stubby thumbs can hit one of those and it's the right one. You can get a map telling where you are. Once they've decided they want to come to you, they can come and find you. And you can put a little bit in there about your services. Remember, people on mobiles are in a hurry. They do not want in-depth information. They want a little bit about you, a little bit about your products and services. They want to be able to contact you, be it call you, email you, and they want to find you. That's all they want, and that comes from Google surveys. That's the research I've done. I'm telling you what the consumer demands. This is a done-for-you product. You provide some content, we do the rest. We do everything for you, so you are able to focus your valuable time on working with your core business. We do not touch your website. Okay, we do nothing to your website. This is a standalone product. When completed, we give you some code for your web developer, friend, guru, auntie, whoever's building your website. Once entered, any smartphone searching for your business will be automatically redirected to your beautiful new user-friendly mobile website. So you get the tap to call. Remember, we're tapping, we're not clicking. Tap to call. Large tap to call button. Tap to email. Tap for map. You get a beautiful, fast-loading homepage. You get a little bit about you on your About Us page, which is easy to read, and we put images in there for you as well. Contact page, where people can send you an email or they can find out where you are. Custom header menu, as mine is there, Tap to Call Business Solutions, custom design. We can do that for you. You get all your social media buttons at the top or the bottom, down the sides, wherever you want them, we can put them. But the main thing is you get our compatibility guarantee. This one design will work on every style of smartphone. Guaranteed. We guarantee that. This is what the consumer demands, folks, and if they don't get it, they're going somewhere else. And with what Google is intending to do, you need to ensure it's vital that your business is mobile friendly. Responsive at a bare minimum. But this is what the consumer is demanding. And if you haven't got this, and other people have in your area, they're going to find them first, because Google's going to start ranking them up first on page one. If you've got a little video in there about yourself and it's set up properly, that video can be up on number one page as soon as we build the site for you, because that's what Google is looking for. The lady, Adrienne, she put a video in there of pregnancy massage. It comes up number one in her area now when anybody searches. So the power of mobile technology, you have to get on board with this. So that all comes in at valued at $2,495. So for that, also put in 12 months hosting. We will give you 12 months free hosting. At the end of the year, it's your domain name. You will get a special M.dot domain name. That's yours. You can take it away with you at the end of the year and host it somewhere else. That's fine. We don't have a problem with that. That's valued at $360. 12 months maintenance. We will look after your site for you. We will keep regular check on it. And if you've got any problems, just drop us a line and we will fix it for you so you can focus on your main priority, which is your business. And that's valued at $560. Also going to chuck in a bit of support there. 4 one-hour Skype calls to discuss marketing options using mobile technology for your business. You would be amazed at how direct you can get with your marketing purely to mobile phones. It doesn't go everywhere, it goes only to mobile phones. It's a really powerful tool. I've used it myself on a couple of occasions now. Put little videos in there. It is really a powerful tool. And of course, 12 months email access to me with any questions or queries or anything you might have. I'm quite happy to do that. And that's valued at $2,500. So the complete package, the tap to call, done for you service. Remember, we do it all for you. You just provide us a bit of content, we do the rest. $2,495. Plus, you get the bonus of hosting valued at $360, the maintenance valued at $560, and the Skype and email support valued at $2,500. So the total package is $5,915. Remember, Adrienne increased her business in 6 months by 25%, and now is at the stage where she's turning people away because she's so busy. Retiree doing a wonderful job looking after PTSD folks. Really loves the fact that we were able to design a website, a mobile website, that works really well for disabled people or elderly people. And of course, the young fella loves this technology. And I was talking to him actually just the other day, and his business is now starting to grow. So he's attributing all that to this technology. So good on him, and I hope he does well in his business. The fact is, there is no comparison. Optimised just is dead in the water. If anybody says to you, oh, your site's optimised, say, I want it more than that. Responsive is okay. People can read your site, but they can't interact with you, which is what consumers are demanding. So there is no comparison. An adaptive, mobile-friendly site gives the consumer everything they are demanding. And as Google keep changing the goalposts, you're going to have to keep up with what Google wants you to do. So that was a full price, $5,915. Of course, you're not going to pay that today. Today only $497, and you'll get all that special offer because I love this playground. Special offer for you folks. It's valued at something else, but for today and today only, $497. And if you're feeling a little bit nervous, I will give you a 30-day risk-free guarantee. So from the day you're paid fully, 30 days. If you don't like it, don't want it, change your mind, I will give you your money back, no questions asked. So there we go, $497. Go to www.ttcbs.com right now, pay your money, and we'll get started on your mobile website, and it'll be built within a month, guaranteed. So I want to thank you all for listening to this short webinar. I hope I've given you some information that can allow you to go away and make an informed decision on what you need to do for your business. What is best for your business? Don't get fooled by these gurus, these technicians, these people who want your SEOing money. It's all gone. You don't need to do that anymore. Once again, thank you very much.